guys, welcome to my chaotic mess. If you're new here, my name is Melissa, and yeah, so yeah. Gosh, where to start talking? Wow. Anyway, this was last week, so you're seeing this on the 15th. So this was last week, which was, gosh, I don't have my calendar with me. Let me pull it up on my phone. Which was the 8th. So this was the 8th, because later on you're going to hear me talk about a doctor's appointment. So just know that that will be mentioned later. But I do have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and I am going to set like 30 alarms, so we will be there. Anyway, gosh, it seems like forever ago, but it was only a week ago. Like, I have been off and on all week. Like, some days I feel great, other days I don't, and a lot of it is just like pure exhaustion. And that probably doesn't make sense to anyone, because like, I feel like I haven't done anything, but like even the smallest things just exhaust me, and I feel like I'm getting nothing done, and I have so much to do. So keep me in your thoughts that I will get everything done before I have to leave in a few weeks, because that is going to be a very exhausting week, and I'll probably come home and sleep for a week after that. So anyway, that's talk about something else. I mean, I don't have a lot of talking points in this video, and I've had people say they would rather me talk than play music, so we're going to try that, and I'm going to try to be as entertaining as possible, but you guys know that some days I just have nothing to talk about. Oh, by the way, also in this video you're going to see we make bread. I make a comment about the bread. I'm currently making bread again. So we're gonna see. Yeah, I'm not recording today's bread, obviously. Today I'm not recording. Today I am. Well, I don't plan on recording. Not saying I won't pick up the camera anytime, but at this point in time, I'm not planning on recording anything today. I'm just trying to get my video edited and uploaded and all the fun things, so I can do the rest of the things I need to get done today, like make 2 pounds of bacon. So yeah, today is a very busy, preppy type of day. So we'll see what I can get done. And I didn't wake up until noon. Don't ask me. It's been raining. When it rains, I tend to sleep a lot more, so I don't know. The weather here's just been kind of ick. Like, it reminds me of the weather up north, like when it's transitioning from winter to spring, and that's kind of like how the weather's been down here lately. But it's abnormal for us, I would say. Some people will say it's a normal winter, but like last winter we literally had 2 weeks of cold weather, and that was it. So this is weird in my opinion, because even when we lived in Jacksonville, it didn't really get cold, and that's further north than where I am now. So for it to be down like in the 40s, 50s is, to me, is odd. Because like I said, last year we got 1 week of cold weather, and the coldest it did get was down in the 30s, and it probably could have snowed if it was raining at that time, but luckily it wasn't. So anyway, I don't know what else to talk about. Let's see. This is why sometimes I play music, but it's okay. I will prevail, and we will start doing less music, which is good for me, because the less music I have to do, oh no, I'll still have to keep Epidemic Sound for my intro. So either way I'm paying for Epidemic Sound. So gosh, I will think of something to talk about. And yeah, because we're almost to the point where I don't have to talk anymore. So I'll think of something to talk about for my next little bitty break thing that we're going to have. So sorry guys, I'm boring today. As you've seen, I just did the dishes. I don't know if you noticed, I put this silicone thing in the sink. It still smells like the chili. And I'm hoping and praying, I'm letting it soak. I'm hoping that it doesn't maintain the smells of what you cook in them. Otherwise, they're completely useless to me. And I'm gonna have to mark like what I cooked in them and only cook those things in them. So here's hoping, because there was no residue on it. It just really smelled like the chili. And so I'm like, well, if I cook like something sweet or something, you know what I mean? Something different in it, I don't want it to come out tasting like chili. So we're soaking it in the hot soapy water and we're gonna let it see what happens. I'm gonna make some tea. I laid out meatballs for dinner. We're gonna have spaghetti meatballs. I still have one thing of normal pasta and I think I have Prego. So again, we're trying to use up the non-paleo stuff first, but I did find this at the store. You've probably seen it in the background, and this is actually paleo friendly. So it's got tomatoes, onion, basil, sunflower oil, sea salt, and extra virgin olive oil and garlic. So really simple sauce, and we're gonna try it. It's very expensive. Very expensive, but I plan on making my own sauce in the future, but I want to find a good convenience sauce that's also good for paleo. It's got 90 calories a serving. There's 5 servings in this jar, 10 carbs, so the carbs aren't that great. What are probably the tomatoes, because tomatoes have natural sugars. That would be my guess, because nothing else in there has carbs. So anyway, so 10 carbs. It's got 8 sugars. So that's got to be from the tomatoes, because again, there's no added sugars. And the other good thing about this is, I don't know if you can see that, no preservatives. And I'm going to talk about it in an upcoming video. I don't know if it's going to be the next video you see or the one after, but I want to talk about the diet, because yes, I want to do mainly paleo type meals, but we're not going to go fully paleo, and I'm going to kind of explain what I mean by that and kind of take you along my thoughts, the way my brain is starting to think about things. And we're going to basically change up some of the direction we're going. This would even still work on the path I'm going, because, you know, anyway, we'll talk about it at another time. But I need to get those put on the pantry. I'm going to be making bread as well. So let's go ahead and talk about why I'm an idiot. It's kind of dark in here. I'm not going to go over there and turn on the other lights. I'm sorry. We're just going to have to deal with the darker. So I'm going to kind of go over this with you guys, because I am an idiot and I'm not afraid to admit it. I made that French bread the last time, and I told my husband, I said, I just don't understand. I used the all-purpose flour in this, and it's still dense. It's still a really dense bread. And I said, and it's still small. I don't get it, you know, because, okay, let me just, first of all, I'm sitting here thinking, I gotta pull it out, that the difference in the bread sizes, which I'll show you closer up, means the height. So I figured it could get as high as here, right? In the rise. I figured it could rise all the way up to there. depending on, you know, what you pick. And that's not the case. And I told my husband, I said, maybe I should have read the book all the way, because I didn't read the book all the way. I just kind of read to see how to make the bread, you know, how do I go about making the bread? And so, basically, I was thinking that the weight determined like the height of the bread, but no, it's the density of the bread. And I've been making the 2-pound bread. That's why it's so dense, because I've been making the 2-pound bread. So what I'm gonna do is, I know I already switched out the flours. I'm not gonna switch them out again, but I am gonna grab the bread flour today, and I'm gonna make a quick bread, because that's the first bread I ever made was a quick bread. And I'm gonna do the 1 pound because I liked how light and fluffy and everything it was, but I used all-purpose that time. So I wanna try it with the bread flour and see how the consistency is there. Because since I got the bread flour, the only things I've done was make the 2-pound loaves, and they've all been dense. Again, I should have read the book and realized what that meant. And I didn't. My husband did go through the book and found out what that meant, and it is the density level of the bread. So no matter which you pick, your loaf size is going to be the same. So the size that I show you guys every time at the end, that's the size all the bread is always going to be. I don't know if there's a way to get it to be the full container, because I know the last bread maker I had a long time ago, it did based off of like you could either have the full loaf or you could do a half loaf. I can't remember exactly. I don't even remember what anyway, we're gonna make bread at 1 pound. I'm not gonna take you long to make the bread. I've done that many of times, but we're gonna try that. I have time now because this is only a 2-hour bread, so definitely have time to make that before dinner. I could try the French loaf again, but the whole point is I want to try using the bread flour and seeing if the bread flour is gonna have any difference in weight than normal all-purpose flour. So anyway, all right, I know it's loud, but I bought this for myself. It's a diffuser, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm loving it. So I want to just get one and see how it worked before I got more. So I'm gonna invest in more, but this one in particular, I usually start it in the morning. I mean, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon now, and it will go like all day. It's great. So the only thing I don't like is I wish they would have put like the max line inside, because you gotta kind of guess and hope for the best. What did we did gingerbread last time, and it see, my husband said he saw it coming out, but I never once saw it come out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna poke it. All right, let's see if that did any good. I see it sitting there. Why isn't it coming out? I'm starting to think this one is broken. There we go. 1, starting to think, because it's coming out of the side. It's not coming out of the hole. All right, I got it working. I already did 3, but I took a nail into the hole this time, and it goes down deep. It really did. It went down deep. So keep my nails handy. I might need those for the other scents. But anyway, I'm sure you guys know how aroma diffusers work. It's getting super loud in here because the bread maker. But mine can do multicolor, this one anyway. But that will leave it on bright white. But I always put it on warm white. Like a nightlight mode. I don't know why, but I do. Anyway. So I don't remember if I mentioned this in that little spiel I just did, but this aroma diffuser literally lasts all day. Like, I'll set it in the morning and it will still be going around midnight when I'm heading to bed. So it lasts a long time. The oils I'm not a fan of, and it could just be the ones I bought. So I'm going to try some more quality oils. I'm debating on doing Scentsy, or I might order from the Magic Candle Company, because both of those I have seen really good reviews from people, well, influencers, but they're not sponsored by them. They're just buying them and saying, you know what I mean? So since it's non-sponsored content, I'm more inclined to try the product. I'm just deciding which one to try, because both are kind of pricey, and I'm already iffy about buying things I can't smell, and that's the problem with essential oils, because they're not like candles or wax melts. You can't smell them. But I'm kind of over the candle and wax melts thing, because for one, the wax melt warmers, they don't last as long as they used to, and over time they stop melting certain parts of the warmer, and it's just, they're annoying. I'm getting rid of all my wax melts and stuff like that, and I'm only going to be doing candles and aroma diffusers, because I just love the ambiance of candles. So I'll never give up candles. So I know they're not great for you. I know I could buy the better product ones, but again, money, and I guess I just don't care that much. I don't burn candles that often that I feel like I need to worry about it. Plus, it's usually, if I'm burning a candle, it's one candle. I'm not like putting candles all throughout my house and burning them. So I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. But if you use oil diffusers, which oils do you prefer? Like, is there a particular brand that you prefer that works great? This brand was kind of cheap. I think I got 8 for like $12 or something like that. So again, I know you get what you pay for, and they're not horrible, but like some of them have like this waxy smell, like it smells like a crown, and that's what I'm not wanting. I don't want it to smell like a crown. Anyway, as you see here, I'm finally putting this stuff up. I'm literally just moving it to the kitchen. All of this crap is still sitting just on the kitchen counter waiting to be put away. I kid you not. Like, I have this whole list of things I needed to do, and I just have not got around to doing it yet. So, I'm telling you, my health is literally killing me, which I guess everyone's health is killing them, but, it's just frustrating, guys. Especially when I'm like watching back things that I did last week, and I'm like, I should have had this done, this done, this done, this done, and this done by now, but I can't. Oh, that's a bottle of wine my husband got from work, and we don't drink red wine. I like Moscato, and that's it. I don't like red wine, red wine or white or white wine. So I'm gonna have to cook with that red wine. I also need to throw my other red wine away because apparently you can leave it out on the counter. I think it said for like 2 weeks, and then it needs to be discarded. Otherwise, it needs to go in the refrigerator. So I have red wine that's been sitting on my counter for probably almost a year now. So, because I bought it when I made beef stew, because the beef stew recipe I found called for red wine, and I don't drink red wine, so um, there's that. Anyway, let me know. All right, so this beeped that it's done, so let's turn it off and unplug it. And we're gonna move it forward. Alright. I should have done and bought oven mitts specifically for this. Alright. Can you even see? Yeah, kind of. Let me move you. There we go. As I move this back, now can you see? Oh my gosh. I'm the worst. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now we gotta get the thing out of it. Literally just turned off. All right. Now where's my thing? There it is. All right, it's covered out. Damn it. It's like going further in the bread. There we go. Come on. Damn it. There we go. Drop that in there. All right, we're gonna let it cool a little. And I'll check on it after it's cooled. All right, I decided to go ahead and start taking the Christmas stuff to the table because we are going to be putting up Christmas, not tomorrow because I have a doctor's appointment. I'm going to be gone most of the day, but probably the day after. So I want to get everything to the table so that I can just wrap it up, put it away, so on and so forth, right? So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna kind of get this back in that stuff down for me. I don't want to get the ladder. And I feel like you guys can see my ass. Alright, and then this stuff that I washed. Also, real question. Do you wash your stuff before you put it up or only when you get it out? Like the items that I actually use for like food and stuff, I wash before I pack it away and after I unpack it. But I've watched people in the past, none this past year, but in the past where, like, for example, I used the one snowman thing, which next year I'm going to use something different. I think I want to do a whole different look for the kitchen if I'm still in this house. Like, I want to put snowmen and stuff somewhere else. So anyway, what was I saying? But like, you know how I use that snowman thing to hold all my kitchen utensils? Well, years ago I watched someone and they literally just switched out the canisters and wrapped it up, packed it away. But me, I wash it and then I pack it and then I rewash it next December before I put utensils in it. So I'm just curious how everyone else does it, because that's how I do it. And like, for example, if I use this cookie jar, which I don't, because I don't know what's up with this cookie jar. Like, it doesn't actually seal. Like, it doesn't matter which way you turn it, there's always a gap somewhere. So I don't use it for anything but decoration. This is one of the things I actually considered what's the word I'm looking for? Decluttering. But I think I'm gonna wait until we move and before I get rid of anything. Like, before I actually declutter Christmas things and invest in, well, I'll still continue to invest, but before I declutter any of my Christmas things, I want to move and see what I'm going to need, how I'm going to do the next house. So, I don't know. That's just me. The wreaths, I think I'm going to have my husband take down for me as well. I'm really trying not to get the ladder out. I don't want to. I will if I have to, but if I don't have to get on the ladder, I don't want to. So we'll see. Let's turn you around here and get this side. Also, the signs I think are gonna stay up for a little longer. I haven't decided yet. And I bought wreath things so we can see if my wreaths fit in them. I don't know. This one I would use. I bought this to replace the one I broke, if you guys remember that disaster. But this one I would use. I didn't use it this year, but normally I would put like dog treats in these, but I didn't do that this year, so. And I think nope, that's not it. Also, anyone else just forget to buy wall plugs so they just use it as decor? Just me? Okay. Good to know. Yeah, I have Halloween / fall wall flowers as well that I just always forget to buy the actual scent things to, and Oh, that's the other thing. I still have some wall diffusers to use. So once I finish up the wall diffusers as well, I won't be buying those anymore. I just want to strictly, I know those are technically oil diffusers, but I strictly want to go to like the water diffusing oil diffusers, if that makes any sense. There was also an interesting one. It was the the rock lamp type salt. Like if you've seen a rock lamp, or not a rock lamp, a salt lamp, so that kind of salt, um, and you, I guess you put the oil on the salt or something like that. I don't know the schematics of it, but I seen those on Amazon. I just don't know how they actually work or if they work, so I didn't want to invest in one of those, but they looked kind of neat. I do have a salt lamp. It was my mom's, and I keep it on my desk. I don't know if that actually does anything for you. She always had it on the table beside her, um, at our old house, and yeah, so again, I don't know if it did anything for her. I don't know if it's doing anything for me when I'm sitting here at my desk, but either way, I have it because it was my mom's, and I probably will never get rid of it, to be honest with you. The light went out on it. I just replaced the light bulb. It is what it is. So, it's not my type of thing. Like, I like it. Like, it's a pretty glow. I used to have it in the bedroom, and it was a pretty glow to have. Um, but I don't know. There's supposed to be like health benefits for these, but I don't actually know if there really is, if that makes any sense. So you're gonna have to let me know what a salt lamp is supposed to do for you, because I don't know. Because I know that there are like salt caves and stuff like that around the world that are supposed to be like some sort of health benefit if you go and visit the salt caves. Um, but I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I moved the record player over here because of the way we rearranged the living room. This gives us a little bit more space because now we're not hitting the end of that brown table, the sofa table, the brown sofa table. I can't talk. Ah, dropping my phone. The bread with the bread flour is sadly dense. So I guess I'm just not going to be able to use the bread flour for the bread maker. I don't know. You're going to have to let me know if you use bread flour, if you personally use bread flour with yeast, because I think people use it for sourdough. Correct me if I'm wrong. But when you use it with yeast, does it create a dense bread? Is that the purpose of bread flour? A dense bread? Tomorrow? Maybe not, no, not tomorrow because I have a doctor's appointment. So the day after, I'll make one that's not with bread flour and pray that it comes out the way it did the very first time I did this, because I am losing hope. The first bread I made in that, the one that Stitch sadly ate on us, was perfect. Like, it was just perfect. And I was so angry that he ate that. So, anyway, let me know if you use bread flour, if it's supposed to be a denser bread or not. Just let me know. I'm losing my mind here. You're probably thinking you're going to your doctor's appointment, right? No. Full transparency, I set my alarm clock for 7 p.m., not 7 a.m. So no, I missed my doctor's appointment. By the time I woke up, there was no time to get there. Like, I live 2 hours away. I couldn't make it in 30 minutes. I woke up at 9:30, so I had to call and basically tell them sorry, I overslept and I can't make it today. And they were going to reschedule me for this afternoon, but guys, I could not go that long without eating. I know they're going to want to do labs, and so I can't go that long without eating. I just can't. So because later today would have been like 3 o'clock. Just throwing that out there because it's almost 1 o'clock and I'm just now going to go eat. I did have a coffee this morning though, so that helps fill my belly before we get all like, you just said you couldn't go that long without eating. But I wouldn't have been able to have coffee either. I could have only drank water. So yeah, so I am gonna have to just get on the app sometime and reschedule it. I'm very disappointed in myself, but shit happens. So anyway, I'm gonna go to Panera Bread and get some soup. I think I said Panera Bread, but now I'm thinking I should get something, I don't know, because I haven't figured out dinner yet. I haven't thought anything. And honestly, when I woke up this morning, my belly wasn't feeling that great. So I really don't know what I want to eat, because usually when my belly doesn't feel that great, I don't want to eat anything. So did I take my medicine this morning? I did, because I took my blood sugar. And surprisingly, it wasn't too bad. I thought for sure, because I could not remember if I took it yesterday. I'm going back to my pill organizer, guys. I really am. Even though I did forget some of those days as well, I forgot less often than I do when I'm just taking them out of the containers. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to put on some music, and I don't know. I'm going to Home Goods today. I'm going to Kohl's to do a return. I don't know if I said this. I'll talk about the canning cookbook as well. This is the cookbook I told you guys not to buy. I'm returning it because it literally has like the same recipes with just different names, and I just couldn't justify keeping it. Like I said, I feel like this person here, just to throw them on blast, I feel like they literally went on Pinterest and took a bunch of recipes and just changed the names of them and didn't even realize she was writing down the same recipe multiple times, because there are so many recipes in here that are exact same, just different names. Like because she has, and her names are weird. It's like green breakfast mix, or I've also noticed where it's like the same recipe but one ingredient's different. Like one of them has like chorizo and another one has like bacon or sausage, or it's the same recipe, just a different main ingredient. And I feel like that's stupid. Just throwing that out. Well, not bacon, well, and that's the other thing, because she's got a bacon thing in here, and bacon is supposedly not paleo, which there is paleo bacon. You just have to buy very expensive bacon, because it can't be processed whatsoever for paleo. And that's the other thing I'm going to talk about in our upcoming video, because like I said, I'm not going strictly paleo, but we are going to go more towards like the concept of paleo. But I've decided to alter it just a little, and it's not for any other reason except for I look at the concept behind paleo, and I feel like I can achieve that without cutting out so many things, like bacon, for example. Cheese, you can buy really good cheese that's not really processed. Like, it's preserved, but you have to look at the way things are preserved. And I'm gonna do a sit down video and kind of talk to you guys about my whole revelation, my whole new plan. So yes, bear with me. Anyway, I don't even know what I have in this video so far, but I think we're going to end it here with just you knowing I didn't go to my doctor's appointment, because I am like up to date on things because I took that time off and I didn't film during that time. So I'm pretty much up to date on things, and I don't have anything for tomorrow, and I need to get it edited, uploaded, you know, all the jazz, so you're not getting it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon again. So anyway, I want to go ahead and thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, any questions, any suggestions, anything. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.